Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about The Last of Us Part 3. It's kind of weird talking about The Last of Us Part 3 because it still doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon necessarily. It just seems more likely that the faction game, the multiplayer game that they announced is going to be like most likely happening first before the whole Last of Us Part 3 kind of happens. But like we got some new leaks about what The Last of Us Part 3 is going in terms of like direction, and there's been like a lot of talks in the community that Ellie is not going to be like in the game, or she could be in the main game, or she could be in the game but like she won't have like a big role as to like part 1 and part 2 where she could not be playable. Maybe it could be possible that maybe she's the villain. I don't know, I'm just like hearing like what other people have been hearing. But yeah, let's get discussing about the leaks and rumors. So like I mentioned before, The Last of Us Part 3, I didn't think it was going to be happening anytime soon. It still doesn't seem like it's going to happen. There seems to be like very early in development of like what Part 3 is being worked on. I just know that from like the source from View Onin, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, I'm so sorry, but they're basically already starting filming for like The Last of Us, and that's pretty much it. They're just filming voice lines and stuff like that. So if you're filming voice lines and stuff like that, as I mentioned earlier, that means that they possibly are making a trailer or like maybe an early concept of the game. So I find that to be pretty interesting, but like that's not the main rumors or leaks I want to talk about. I want to talk about like the actual details to like where it seems like Ellie might not be in the game, and if she's in the game, she's not going to have a big role necessarily by what the list says. So I'm going to read to you like what the post says. It's from Reddit. The Last of Us Part 3. Some Last of Us Part 3 info. Part of the plot will be about a group of scavengers surviving on the outskirts of a post-apocalyptic city, crammed into a Victorian house that serves as their base. They are looking to cast these roles. Lucas, male, affable, but develops a relationship with another young scavenger, and will have to turn that shows his dark side. Mason, male, a former soldier. When Val gets put in charge, Mason must choose between his loyalty to Izoa and the house. Val, female, leader of the group, and then Izoa, male, wants to take over the house from Val. Gracie, female, 18-25, no other details on this character. So just because of the list, it makes me seem like Lucas is going to be the main character, and it's really weird that Abby or Ellie is not mentioned in the leaks and rumors someone mentioned. Someone also made a good point that the list is for new casting, and they already know who Abby and Ellie is, like who's voicing and playing these characters. So I think that's like another reason like why Ellie is not in this description of the game. But I find it really interesting just because it sounds very similar to the plot of the factions plot for the Last of Us factions game mode, whatever the heck that's gonna be. That's what I find it really interesting, is that it sounds like this sounds like a brand new game, like a new environment, like new cast of characters, and it could be possible that they just want to go in a different direction, because I know in The Last of Us Part 2, in its ending, Abby and Lev, they pretty much just went on their own, and you could say that's their ending of the game. There's like a huge debate, it's like really a huge debate on like whether they should return or not, and it's generally hard to tell like where they're gonna go with Part 3 of The Last of Us, just because Part 2 was so controversial in like many ways, and it's just like, where can they even go with the story? That's like what I'm really curious about, where Naughty Dog is gonna take the Part 3 story. And like it does make sense that there will be mostly a new cast of characters, and I hope Ellie is in the game because I definitely think she deserves to be continuing in the game. I think one of the biggest things I was disappointed in, but I probably should have understood, or like it should have been obvious, was that I really felt like Ellie's bite infection didn't really lead anywhere in Part 2, and it does make sense just because it kind of concluded in Part 1's ending with the cure and stuff. So I'm glad it was like touched upon in like Part 2, but like it really didn't seem like they went any further with that plot, and it makes sense kind of because there's so many years in, but like I don't know, that's something that I hope that they could maybe explore in Part 3, but at the same time I kind of doubt it. So that's just me just having like imaginative of like expectations. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's pretty much all the leaks and rumors about Part 3, and if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, helps out the channel a bunch. And yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below, and maybe I'll talk about it in the future video about Last of Us Part 3, because I have been wanting to make some more Part 3 videos, but like I really want to make videos on the factions game mode, like the new multiplayer game. So I'm hoping that I hope we'll get like an official announcement of like a reveal trailer. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later for the next video. Bye.